Welcome back, everybody, to episode 6 of Pawns and Patrons, The Dark of Swamp Dudet. Now, our fearless adventurers, all 12 of them, have made their way to the Mincing Mule, an inn on the road to, oh my god, it's not Uthgarden, it's the other one, Mordland. An inn on the way to Mordland, a neighboring kingdom adjacent to the city Great. And they're staying the night there, courtesy of Froge, or not Froge.
Fresh.
Froge is just like has worked his way into my heart.
Yeah.
Really. Courtesy of Strej, who sang a song and helped everybody get the sleep that they needed. Now, we've just heard that a number of knights have arrived working for Lord Justikar Snish. So Froge, upon hearing some of the folk in the common room singing the tale of Froge to themselves, you said that you threw back on your silk clothes and were going to run downstairs to rejoin and regale them with yet more singing.
Yeah, to sing with them, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Can't resist the call of his fans.
As you hear the singing and go like bouncing down the stairs, Strej, you see one of the men that the Justikar has sent, and very immediately you recognize this person as a lawman. So there's I think there's probably like 3 knights, and they've got like their like broadswords and breastplate armor, sort of like that they've taken off and like set up in the corner, and they've laid out their bedrolls. And there's like one man with like a big white puffy wig and like an austere black suit with like a little white. It's not a bow tie, but it's one of those like little like crossed over like strands of tie. Very obviously like judge, jury, executioner, all in one kind of person here. You remember, of course, that your past adventures have in fact seen you run afoul of Justikar Snish's law a number of times. First in heading to the ruined keep, which was in the strict contravention of his laws. Second, probably in killing a whole large number of his citizens because you encouraged them to go to the keep.
So, when I see them, can I just keep singing but turn around and go back to my room? Like, I kind of imagine this scene. It's like I start singing from the top of the stairs, like up the top of my lungs, and I'm like, da, 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 the dangerous vines. Like fully silky clothed, like I could see that happening. They may notice me, I'm not putting that out of the question, but I think French would be like, oh shit, and try to just leave.
The lawman says, well, my, who was that? To the commons room, just sort of like looking around, and what was that?
Do the rest of us know that we shouldn't?
Like you all know, as soon as these guys stepped in, you like recognize them, like, oh, these are the knights from Justikar Snish who occasionally, tour around the realm, and that person with them is like a lawman.
That was it was Mobo Chumber.
Mobo Chumber?
Yeah, famous one of the Chumber brothers. Yeah.
The Chumber brothers?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the Chumber Wumbas?
That's the song they sing, Chumbawamba. Chumba Brothers, though.
Ah, I see. Do you mean Milbur Chunder?
I'm pretty sure I mean Mumba Chumba.
Oh, well, who is Mumba Chumba?
It's one of the Chumba bros, the ones that shake people down outside. I mean, it's not that one. It's actually not one of those people. It's just that they're often mistaken for them, but this one's a traveling musician, but it's no one that you would know.
you say that there's a group of people who are shaking people down.
Yeah, they tried to make us pay them gold coins to exit the city.
They tried to make you pay gold coins to leave the city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a crime of the highest degree.
It sure is.
I can't.
That was the Chunder Bros. That was the Chunders.
Could you give me a description of the Chunder Bros? Chumber.
Well, they look stupid, and they act stupid.
Hold on. He like takes out a little briefcase, unsnaps the clasps, opens it up, and it like immediately folds out. Like there's like a whole bunch of files and like reams of paper stored in there. There's like a pop out section with like quill and ink. He just like opens this thing, and he's got a working desk that he's like sitting, like legs crossed on the floor.
Bestry, the scribe, is like massively impressed. Like as this happened, she goes like, that's like the gear of her dreams. She's like, would you like some help taking the notes, sir? I do this for a living. I'm a scribe.
Gribbles elbows her way in front and is like, excuse me, I have a full written down list of all of their physical attributes as well as the entire script of our conversation, if you would like it.
Well, yes, I really quite would. My name is Leowin, and I work for our good lord Justakar Snish in maintaining the sanctity of law in our realm. Now, you said you had full descriptions of these gentlemen who accosted you. And
she's like
so
pulling out papers.
to steal from the nobility. Tell me.
Well, I will begin reading. The first is blah, 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 blah. She has just written it down. I don't know their description, but she's like written it down and she's handing them papers after she reads them and stuff. It's just a flurry of loose leaf.
Yeah, and this is something that she actually did.
Yeah.
And Beskry's like, come on, Beskry, get your shit together. You're a scribe. Why didn't you take notes? Look at that scribe. She's doing a lot better. Oh my God.
So this is Leowin, Justakar Snish's lawman, and his 4 knights. Fantastic. Yeah, he takes the descriptions from you, and he reads them all. Well, handlebar mustache, and eye patch. Very well, yes, well. Attempting to extort money from the citizens, which should rightly go into the coffers of the overlord himself, is a crime of the highest degree. I will absolutely see to it that these miscreants are apprehended. Well, and he snaps his briefcase closed. With that, we can all...
Scribbles is also taking notes on what he is saying. Could you tell me which ordinance is it that they are specifically breaking?
Of course. It's Section 103B.3 of the tax code, ensuring that taxes and fees may properly be levied only by those who hold a noble writ office.
103B.3.
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
Excellent. Now, I'm sorry. Were any of you singing that song, that wonderful song that we were just hearing, that the Chumber Bros upstairs were also singing?
Yeah, we were singing it.
But I think she was saying that the Chumba Bros themselves are back in the city and not upstairs at all. That was
those are the Chunders. The Chumbers that Babs was talking about are apparently upstairs.
Oh.
You said that the Chumbers and the Chunders are different.
Yep, the person upstairs, it's not someone that you want to arrest. They're just fine.
I see. You're sure? He like looks around and beckons his knights over, and they just step over. All of them are like super ripped. They're like 6'7" each. Have obviously been eating 3 full meals a day since birth. He says, nobody here can hurt you. We are here to protect and defend the law of the land. You can tell me if that sonorously voiced individual upstairs accosted you and demanded money, then we can take care of it. I can execute them in the front yard. I am given the law to cut off the head of whoever you heard singing.
No, no. See, that was all. I get confused, and she starts handing out ale.
Excuse me, officer.
Cheers. I get confused
This woman
sometimes.
is deep in her cups. We've been on the road for a while. Her words are slurring. The person upstairs, probably just some random innocent that's getting bogged down by my dear friend over here, who's just had one too many again. What's my name? Do you even remember my name?
Who are you? I don't know.
See, officer, she can't even remember her dear friend Sky.
She falls over on purpose. She trips and falls.
Lewin nods and says, well, yes, I understand. And I presume that if this sauced woman had been accosted and shaken down for money by whoever was singing upstairs, then she would certainly be forthcoming with that information to an agent of
traveling companions. I would tell you if that person were shaking me down. I love the law, I just want you guys to do all the things, but I can't just go, much as I'd love to see a public education, it shouldn't be for an innocent person.
It's very true. We take that sort of thing very seriously around here. Very seriously indeed. If an innocent person is put to the axe, the executioner receives 2 days suspension with full pay.
That seems very just, my lord.
He turns to Scribbles and he says, Good lady. I saw your interest in, and then he flips open his briefcase. I saw your interest in my traveling desk.
Yes, it is a beautiful piece of equipment.
Amazing.
Would you care to observe its functions and its makeup? Please join me. Would you sit here next to me? I can give you a tour of the many features of this wonderful traveling companion's desk.
Well, all right.
Yeah, he starts pointing out interesting things. It's got a little like an inset that he pokes and then it just flips out. There's 4 different colors of inks. There's a little pocket for extra pen nibs. And as he's doing this, he says, "Now you, my good woman, strike me as someone who is very attentive to detail."
Oh yes.
Would you say that you have an eidetic memory?
Scribbles would know what that means. I don't.
If I'm not wrong, and I might be, Leowin likes to use big words regardless of whether he knows what they mean. I think eidetic memory means you just memorize what you see as soon as you see it.
Yeah.
Have complete recall.
Yes. Yes, yeah. Of course I do. Yeah. I wouldn't be, a scribe must have such a memory.
Oh, it's so true. A scribe really must pride themselves on remembering details. In fact, I wonder if I might have a demonstration of your detail recall.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if...
Vescry is hovering and trying to get in the conversation constantly because she's also a scribe and has been fully ignored and she's really, really sad right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He says, I wonder if I might impress upon you. Wait, here, I have this very nice sheet of paper. It's 200 ply.
Oh.
And then he takes out, he pulls open the pouch of nibs and he selects just a really excellent looking nib and screws it onto the end of the quill and he says, here, please, you really must give this a try. There is no hand feel quite like the pen and nature 5000.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, sir. I respect your craft. I believe that the knowledge and the data is more important than the tools. And I'm perfectly fine with my little piece of charcoal and my loose leaf paper. And if you want me to write something down, I will. But, and she sees, what's your scribe's name, Jen?
Vescry.
Vescry's drooling and she's like,
yeah.
You might want to just demonstrate it to Vescry. She's more into that kind of thing than I am.
Well, she looks at you with the biggest eyes of
He ignores Beskry completely. He looks at you and says, if parchment and charcoal is more to your preference, then here. And he like opens a second compartment in his desk, and he pulls out a piece of charcoal. He pulls out a piece of parchment. He says, all I need from you is the words to that song.
Oh, well, I mean, everyone knows the words to that song. Let me tell you the tale, da-da-da, ba-dum, 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 da-da-da-da. Writes it all out, hands it back to him.
Now, Strej.
Mm-hmm. Which one did you write though? Because there's 3 songs.
It was the last
the most
one,
recent one, yeah.
Oh yeah, the one with the vine version of Frage Dudet. There's Donatouche in it, and there is Strej.
You sold us out.
Yeah, there's Strej in it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So he takes it and he says, Strej Dudet. Well, and Donatouche. Shame that such wanted criminals could get such a repute. Well, we've always said that jesters and bards are close to criminal. Do you know these people, good scribe?
Do I know the lovers in every tale? Do I know the beasts of every song? Of course not.
Oh, of course not. It's just that, did you know that this tale is a tale based in truth? Well, in part, yes.
Is not every story based in some truth?
An excellent point, for how on earth would we choose which stories to tell and which to squelch, if not the ones that are true and steer us on the path to righteousness? Let me enlighten you with the real tale of Strej Dudet, a deserter who fled the room of his lord, Justikar Snish, who encouraged many denizens of Oakwell Hamlet to travel to an abandoned and forsaken keep in contravention of Justikar Snish's explicit commands to stay away, whereupon Strej Dudet drew forth an ancient and deadly dagger and stabbed his companions to death, leaving no small number of them buried in a mass grave.
Scribbles is writing this down, and she's like, and you were there to witness this?
Of course.
You saw this with your own eyes?
With
Can you
my
describe
own
Strej Dudet's appearance?
Why didn't you stop him, man?
And he does. He describes accurately what Strej looks like.
That is a good question. Why didn't you stop him?
Wearing the silks.
Wearing the silks, interesting. But like Strej wasn't wearing this silk on adventure, by the way. Strej keeps the silk for the performance, but that's fair.
Absolutely, but this man knows your description as in wearing the silk.
Okay.
Yeah, he says, I'm glad that you have been fully informed about the nature of this individual. And then he just like addresses the entire room and says, good friends, if any of you happen across this wanted criminal, there is a reward for bringing them back into the hands of the law.
How big of a reward? Agnes asks.
Well, now I think he just like starts like leafing through the pages of his book, and he just pulls one out, and it's like a literal wanted poster. Wanted, armed and extremely dangerous, Strej Dudet of the clan Dudet, and then like a, someone's charcoal scribbled drawing of Strej, just like, and it says, reward if alive, 25 gold coins.
Damn, that's more than all of my possessions.
Agnes takes it and looks at it, and she goes, with a reward so big, and no one's turned him in yet? He's probably dead somewhere. And she hands it back. Probably dead, yes.
He
dead.
pulls out another paper. He says, yes, well, we have covered all possible circumstances. Warning, extremely dangerous, wanted, Strej Dudet, perhaps dead. reward for proof of death, 30 gold pieces.
The price just went up for proof of death. What do you require as proof, then?
Oh, well, in such circumstances, conventionally, we ask the head.
And
After
if it's been all
all
decayed and munched upon?
All the better. We can place it atop the gates and use it to scare other criminals. Scare them onto the straight and narrow path.
Your
Which path
fears
is that?
are-
Is that which road is the straight and narrow one?
Oh, my dear, that is a figure of speech. It does not literally mean a literal path, but rather the path of goodness and righteousness that comes from adherence to your Lord's laws and full payment of your Lord's bequeathments unto your Lord.
He doesn't
Full road
know.
unknown.
Yeah, he just says, well, if any of you happen to come upon such proof, then Justikar Snish and myself, Leowin, Justikar Snish's lawman, will be very interested to hear more.
Agnes folds up the new 35 gold piece head request, and she's
Is
like,
it 30, no?
or
25?
30. It's 30. I just
30,
keep adding
yeah.
more. 30. 30 gold piece. She's like, you can be certain if we encounter Mr. Dudet, we will be cashing in.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Well, if you don't mind, I think I would like to get a little sleep.
Sleep, you say? He comes, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know, his knights return back to their corner and settle down on their bedrolls, and he, you know, tucks his blankets up next to his neck.
As we sleep, I have a question. How does one recover luck again?
Luck, so if you are a rogue or a thief, you recover luck at a rate of 1 point per day. If you're not a rogue or a thief, then luck comes back much more slowly. Generally speaking, the way that this is going to work, every time we finish an adventure, everybody will gain 1 luck. And that point gained at the end of an adventure can even increase your maximum. Other things that will increase your luck include acting strongly in accordance with your alignment, or providing some kind of obvious service to your patron or god. Those are the sorts of things that give you more luck. Now,
Okay.
It's worth noting that, like, it's not actually good to have too much luck either, because there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Well, I have a -1 modifier now, so.
You do not yet have too much of a good thing. You're doing fine. So, what do you do now? Now that the entire commons room, including many other people, have heard that there is a large bounty for Strej, either alive or dead.
Did anyone seem to be perking up about that information, or did they not seem to be hearing it?
So it was definitely loud enough that everybody heard it. It seemed like y'all were sort of like occupying the immediate space around Leowin. I think you could see like a couple of people sort of like licking their lips and looking at each other like 25. Yeah.
Henley is gonna go to Agnes, and Henley's like vibrating, and Henley's like, "Should we kill him? Should we kill him? I'm gonna kill him."
Agnes comes and crouches
Kill
down,
the
and
heads.
she's like, you have an excellent point, Henley. And she unfurls the little paper.
No! Kill them! The soldiers! Kill them!
Oh, Agnes rolls the paper back up and puts it back in her pocket.
We already have a frog head. We just have to go get it. We have a dude head somewhere. It's rotten and eaten.
Wouldn't mind killing them, but I do have some concerns about murdering City Watch in front of citizens.
Kill them too.
Yeah, maybe we should just like move Strej to the barn, like hide Strej outside. It's like a frog person, a Dudet, so like he should be cool outside by himself overnight.
No one will see him overnight, right? We just have to get him out of here in the morning.
I don't know. I mean, someone might do something tonight in the middle of the night, like the chicken one was about to murder people. Someone else has a similar idea, but no good angels to talk him out of it. Did we hide the frog?
I wasn't gonna kill the frog.
Let's see. So, my plan, Agnes whispers, would be to cast a magical mask on this frog and slip him out right under their noses.
That?
I certainly can. She says with more confidence than she actually has.
You're very powerful.
Yes, for no small price, I can do this thing. But I do take some reagents. I'm sure Strej will be able to pay, though. It'll be a simple thing, in exchange for his life, of course.
What if we like change Stredge's appearance? Like have him come down and have like the knights see him as like not Strej, and that way if people like there's Strej up there, the knights can be like, you're just racist, you think all frogs look alike, and they'll like not think, they'll like confirm that it's not the right frog,
Yes.
That's a crazy idea.
It's a good plan.
We could walk him right past him. They'll never be the wiser.
Yeah, and then they'll like know for certain that it's not Strej.
And then if they do know it's Strej, we can kill him.
They have like breastplates on, and they look like they've been eating 3 square meals a day. I'm a little intimidated, to be honest. I know it's not super masculine of me, but like, I'm afraid they'd kill us.
If they don't kill us today, they'll certainly make problems for us in the future as well. I'm worried about activating another enemy, Henley.
You guys are no fun. Henley goes back to sleep
We'll get to
with
the swamp.
holding their
There's
axe.
plenty of killing to be had as soon as we get to the swamp, buddy.
So are we gonna try and get Strej out of here tonight?
Yeah, or at least like get him seen as not Strej, because you can change his appearance, yeah?
Yeah, I can give him Ekim's magical mask, which Connar's a mystical mask that covers his face and provides benefits against attacks, spells, and other conditions. On successful casting, I can invoke a lesser power, spell check, something. That changes his appearance, though, right? That would be like would he have a physical mask on his face or just a change of visage?
Let me look at this. Mystical mask that covers his face. Let's see. I think you can only cast this on yourself. Yeah, range.
Ah, dang it.
Yep.
My plan's a failure. The frog's dead.
Also, I think that it's like an obviously magical appearance. Not like I am well disguised as something obviously that doesn't look disguised. It's more like I have like a demon face that's glued onto my face.
Maybe we'll just like sneak the frog out the window then. Got like legs, he can hop out and just like hop away, right?
We do have all that rope.
Maybe we should just go warn the frog, like that's what a normal person would do, I would think.
Yeah.
Says Beskri. All right. One of you go. I'll take notes.
I'll go talk to Strej. Psst. Strej. Psst.
Stretch comes out. He has his he decided to sleep in the silk clothes in case there was a need for this.
Oh, take those off.
And
Take those
then
off.
he opens the doors and he's like, "Yes, what is it?"
Gotta take those clothes off right now, Strej.
What? I said, is it because of the knights downstairs? I did see them, but he didn't see me.
No, but like they mentioned there's like a big reward and there's people down there like licking their lips,
For who? For what? For me? Oh,
Huge
that is
reward.
wild.
Yeah, I know, but like they're talking about killing you right now in the public square if they find you, and I think some people down there might like turn you in, might want to like hippity hop out of the window or something.
I can hippity hop. That is one of my proficiencies as a frog. As a frog.
I thought that might be the case. Yeah, awesome.
I remove my silk clothes. I fold them up really nicely, put a little bow on it, pack them up. And do I have a window?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to use spider climb.
Okay. Awesome.
And go through the window. Oh, fun, actually. Oh, interesting. If they see me, it's even more interesting than I thought. Because funny enough, spider climb also activates skeletal caster, which turns my skin transparent and people can see my internal organs. So I don't even look like myself anymore, really.
Whoa.
Incredible.
That's dope.
For 1d4 rounds. So I could actually cast spider climb, not exit through the window, and show up
Just
with my
walk out.
Yeah. But I will climb out the window. I feel like that is safer.
Incredible. Go ahead and cast. Or, shall we say, attempt to cast.
Yeah, that's dangerous. 15? Pretty good.
15,
No problem.
not too bad. Let's see. Do you have it open?
I'm opening it up. Spider.
The caster becomes incredibly skilled at climbing, gaining a plus 20 bonus to climb checks as long as his hands and feet are bare. Items weighing less than 5 pounds stick to the caster's hands during this time, making spellcasting impossible for the duration. Roll 1d4. Stretch.
3.
3. The caster's fingers and toes glow with a strange orange light.
Nice.
Yep.
And I'm skeletal.
And
It's
you're
all
skeletal.
kinds of fun, really.
Do you just go straight out the window and just climb headfirst down the side of the building?
Yep. Yep.
It works. Yeah, totally. Yeah, you make your way out. What do you do when you get outside?
So as a frog, is there a place where I would feel comfortable sleeping outside, or do I feel like I need to be like a human and sleep inside?
I'm sure that you could find a pile of leaves and pull them over you, and you could make the rest of the night that way. Hiding in the barn would be a lot more comfortable. You'd also be with Chattanooga.
Okay, I'm gonna go hide in the barn.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna cover myself with
Straw.
yes, that.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you make your way into the barn, you sneak in. Chattanooga goes as they see you, and you cover yourself in straw and bed down for the night. The night passes uneventfully for the rest of you. In the morning, there's a little bit of a commotion as you gather that in the middle of the night, Hercules had locked the door to the room where Strej was staying. And in the morning, she's sort of wrestling with some keys and trying to unlock the door and having a hard time. When she finally gets it open, you hear her saying, "Well, I don't understand. You see, he was here last night."
She was gonna turn him in.
Leowyn.
Lurgy goes, "Oh my god, somebody must have stolen the frog for themselves for the reward. I bet that's what happened."
This is what you're saying loudly so they can hear you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that absolutely. She says, "Why, I can't." Ugh. And Leowyn is just long suffering and says, Yes, one of my knights will take your statement. Now, if you don't mind, a spot of breakfast would be really ideal at this particular juncture. I'm sure that you had Strej here in your inn. I'm sure. Yeah. That's all. They're all totally distracted with that. What do the rest of you do?
Babs had fallen down on purpose to try to show that she was drunk, but then found it very comfortable down there and fell asleep and slept there the whole night.
Fantastic.
I think that the rest are just kind of packing up to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have no reason to stay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're all able to slip out fairly easily and like I assume that as you're collecting your animals, Strej pokes his head out, and that's how
Yes, Stretch is like, I think he added like mud onto his face and created like a full-on camouflage. He like changed his clothes configuration, and he's like, "Is it you guys? Is it you?"
Us not disguised at all. We're like, yeah.
Like see two big eyes like come out of the straw. Okay. I'm gonna hide as we walk away.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Awesome. Yep. You all get together and start walking down the road without any further harassment from Leowyn and the knights.
Hooray. Nice.
The rest of the journey is fairly uneventful. Strej is able to find sort of like the washed away remains of the path into the swamp. There is like a well-maintained road through the swamp that's like, boards sawed in half and like placed down, and then like, straw and rubble sort of strewn over top of them that's all gotten ground down by wagon wheels grinding over it. But there's like a small unkempt trail off to the side that Strej leads you down in the direction of Blaboutin. And actually, I think now is a really good time for our last break, and then when we get back, we will talk about what Blaboutin is like.
I'm so excited.